Fancy Manchester United, 2-1 the draw. For the Championship, Villa are odds on, United 6-4, Norwich City 4-1. It's only, a month or so since the bookies thought that Norwich were a 25-1 shot. Anybody get a few bob on then? This is the story, in a moment or so, of Norwich City's season, but before, a quick look at Mark Robins, who of course started his career with Manchester United. Now Ian, what can you tell us about Mark Robins?
He loves scoring goals. I mean, he came here to do that, and he's done well this season, his first season with us, and he's scored some great goals. He's one of them sort of players, he can be out of the game for 85 minutes and then just bob up in the box and stick one in the back of the net.
Has he spoken about this one?
Yeah, he came with me tonight, and he's keyed up. He desperately wants to score against his old club.
I'll bet he does.
He does.
I'll bet he does. Norwich City and Manchester United on the Monday Night Football. This is the story of Norwich City's season so far. Passing through the managerial ranks at Norwich, Mike Walker has graduated this season with a team still pursuing the Premier honour. Their opening game at Highbury was a win to be savoured. 2-0 down, they scored 4 in the second half. Mark Robins got 2 that day. A pre-season bye from tonight's opponents, he settled quickly in his new surroundings. Early in the season, the Canaries were on top, and Robins continued in a rich vein of form. It was down to Blackburn and Alan Shearer to clip the Canaries' wings. Mike Walker watched as Rovers scored 7 and Norwich were off the top. Not for long though, they were unbeaten in November. Walker picked up the Manager of the Month award, and by December his team were 8 points clear at the top. They went to Old Trafford and gifted Mark Hughes the winner. It was the start of a run of 6 league games without a win. Not an encouraging start to the new year. Villa and United had caught them. It was back to basics on the training ground. They'd scored only 1 in their last 6 games, but the drought was eventually over when Crystal Palace came and were thumped for 4 at Carrow Road. At Everton, it was Chris Sutton's winner that put Norwich back on top. The Canaries have maintained their show of strength throughout the season. Disappointing defeats at Southampton and Queen's Park Rangers have been followed with good wins. Confidence has seldom been a problem. Their last league match was at home to Aston Villa. Despite having most of the play, Villa couldn't find a way through. But John Polston did, and Norwich won it. Victory tonight for Mike Walker's team would put Norwich back on top and maybe put paid to United's title dream. United's season in a moment or so, but there's the confirmation of all that. Played 36, won 19, drawn 8, lost 9, 65 points, scored 50, conceded 49, 7 of course at Blackburn. At home, played 18, won 11, drawn 6, lost just the once to Ipswich Town. Scored 25 and conceded 14. Leading scorers, 15 for Robins, 7 for Phillips, 6 for Sutton and Power, also 9 for Efan Akoku, all at Bournemouth. Average gate, 15,500. The crime count, at top of the Fair Play League, just 19 bookings. Last 3 league games. Against Nottingham Forest, won 3-0. Against Wimbledon, they were beaten 3-0. They beat Aston Villa here last time out. That's Norwich City. This is the story of Manchester United's season so far. United started badly this season. They lost their first game at Sheffield United and were embarrassed at Old Trafford by Everton. After 2 games, they were on the bottom of the Premier League. It took the £1 million man Dion Dublin to get their season going and start a run of 5 wins which rocketed them up the table. Dublin's delight turned to agony when he broke his leg against Crystal Palace. United's goal-scoring problems were only just beginning though. A Mark Hughes double against Liverpool was the only highlight as 7 games went by without maximum points. Villa beat them twice in 2 weeks, knocking them out of the League Cup and down the league table. By November, United had slipped down to 10th. Enter Eric Cantona, the Frenchman with the hopes of half of Manchester on his shoulders. He made his debut against the other half, and suddenly the competitive edge was back at Old Trafford. United were going through their best spell now, and Cantona was at the heart of everything, scoring important goals at important times. The goals were flooding in, 5 against Coventry and 4 against Spurs. United were top by January. But there was bitter disappointment in the FA Cup, and it left United with their thoughts on just one trophy. After that one, they bounced back with 3 convincing wins in the league, before lowly Oldham cut them down to size and brought back memories of the Reds' poor form at the end of last season. United haven't won in their last 4 games. Villa forced a 1-1 at Old Trafford, but they're still in touch. They mustn't lose tonight, though, if they're to keep Alex Ferguson's title hopes alive. So Manchester United played 35, won 17, drawn 12, lost 6, 63 points, scored 51, conceded only 27. Away from home, played 17, won 6, drawn 7, lost 4, scored 20 and conceded 15. Leading scorers, 18 for Cantona, 11 at Leeds, 14 for Mark Hughes, who's suspended tonight, 9 for McLaren Giggs. The crime count, 29 bookings, 1 sending off. Form guide, the last 3 league games. Drew with Villa 1-1, drew with Manchester City 1-1, drew with Arsenal 0-0. Only won 1 of their last 6 League and Cup games on their travels. Kevin, they are expected to win the Premier League title, or were. Has that helped everybody else?
Yes, I think all the focus has been on Man U, and like Ian said, like Villa and Norwich are just going there along there nicely, and everybody's thinking it's an automatic thing with Man U.
What is it about Norwich, Ian? Time and again this season, everybody at one time or another has written you off.
That's right. I think we've showed a hell of a lot of character right from the opening game against Arsenal. Everyone's wrote us off saying that we're going down to Division 1, and it did hurt at first, and we thought, well, let's roll our sleeves up and have a go.
What a night this is going to be. Norwich City and Manchester United. Norwich can go top. United must win if they're to stay in the frame. Let's pop outside.